Alright, hey guys, I'm Lady Chris, and this is my 5th episode of Black Cake. Alright, let's get into it. So, today's title is episode Mother. So, let's see what they had to say, girl. So, basically, y'all like how I just try to be real professional. So, anyway, so the episode opens up basically where Covey, aka Eleanor, aka Mom. So they just tried to drop a big old bombshell on us per the last episode. And now we're hearing that Miss Mama's tried to move on from having her firstborn. So basically, trying to move on from all of the things that she had went through in Scotland, she ended up with child and just reflecting back on the day at the beach. The incident at the beach was not a mistake, and she tried to take her own life. And so she said that once she realized that her life was starting to come to an end per her sickness, she wanted to live. And so she started thinking of all, like we always do, you know, when our backs are against the wall, now we want to do everything right. Now we want to eat right. Now we want to look at recipes and try to live a holistic life and try to do all the things that'll help us stay here on earth. But towards the end, she comes across a cooking show, and it just so happens to be a lady on there with a birthmark that she could never forget. And girl, it's her daughter. So we get to the part of the episode where Mable is taping a episode with 2 other renowned people in the food industry, and they're having a discussion of different ingredients from different parts of the world. And so they get into a controversial discussion concerning coffee beans and where its origin is from. And one of the black ladies on the panel was like, girl, I don't know why you are all in this conversation. Girl, you ain't even black, girl. You is a white woman, honey. You can't have this conversation. This woman who believes at the time that she is a white woman, she feels like, oh, that wasn't my intentions. I was just, pointing out the fact that coffee beans originated here. It didn't originate in Italy. It originated in the different parts of the world, which, I just wanted to bring the discussion or have an open forum about the whole thing. Girl, she was about to get canceled, all online. All her pictures and stuff is all on the website, girl, all over Twitter and everything, child. So she goes home to her family in Italy. And no, I'm sorry, girl. I think they in London. Yeah. So she's on her way home from Italy to go to London and catch up with the family. Her son, her mom and dad are all back in London, and they're down to the dinner table and they're discussing the conversation that took place at the panel, and how unfortunate it was that people took what she said the wrong way, and she didn't have any intentions on offending anybody, but she was just trying to have an open discussion and all the blah, 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 blah. And so the parents is like, well, girl, you should be able to talk about whatever you want to talk about, girl. Very, very tone deaf, mind you, because it's just like, girl, sometimes people will enter into discussions that are specific to a demographic, and sometimes it can come across offensive or even just tone deaf. And so that's basically what they're discussing. And so the son interjects and he's like, girl, well, if you think about it, you are privileged, girl. Like, what? So he calls her out on the things that she was saying, or he calls her out on her privilege. And it was very interesting coming from her son, because he is over it. He's just like, girl, y'all are doing too much. I'm not happy here. Girl, I don't even want to go to school. I don't want to continue my education. I just want to go abroad and just live my life, honey, because I'm over this. I don't like being in London. You done took me from Rome or wherever we was living, and I'm not happy here, okay? I'm just not happy here. So he was, giving her a little run for her money. So then the attorney, so basically, one of the men from the panel at the, little discussion hits up, her name is Mable. So he hits up Mable, and Mable is like, well, girl, hey, girl, like, what did you, reaching out for? And he's like, oh, I just wanted to check on you, see how you doing. I wanted to know if you want to have a little dinner. And she was like, girl, I'm in London. He's like, well, I have business in London. So we get to, they have a little, little date or whatever. And they're having a little discussion, and then she gets a phone call. Girl, it's the attorney. Mr. Mitch, who we found, girl, I finally got his name right. His name is Attorney Charles Mitch, girl. And so Charles was like, girl, do you have a second? She was like, I mean, I am a little busy, but I can make a little time. What's going on? And he was like, well, I just wanted to talk about your birth mother. She was like, birth mother? Oh, I don't think you got the right information. He was like, nah, bitch, I think I got the right information. He was like, so I just wanted to talk about your birth mother. And she was like, wait, girl, like, you, what? Birth mother? Girl, I'm a white woman, okay? I ain't got no birth mother. What are you talking about? And so he was like, well, girl, she did all her due diligence. Girl, that is your mama. And she passed away, and I just wanted to go ahead and settle her last wishes. And she wanted me to reach out to you. And so she was like, girl, this is too much. And so she's taking it back. He was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that you didn't know. My bad, okay? And so she gets back to the table, and she finishes up her date, and on her ride home, she's just thinking of all the things, like, girl, no wonder my hair was kinking up the last time I was trying to, do a little blowout. So anyway, so now we back at the house in California, okay? They pretty much wrapped up the last little recording. We done got the big news that we have a sibling. The attorney obviously just finished the call with Miss Mable, Sister Mable, okay? Byron is in his feelings like, girl, what the hell? Mom done had a whole baby and ain't say nothing to nobody. I don't know how to feel about this. And Miss Benny is like, girl, this is why I've been treated the way I've been treated, okay? I cannot believe, I've been in somebody's shadow who I don't even know. And this is why I've been treated the way I've been treated. And it's all about me, girl, because I'm the center of everything. And I don't even want to meet her and all that. It kind of felt like selfish. I really wasn't feeling... Hold on, girl. I just noticed I ain't have on no chapstick, girl. Okay, that's about as best as it's gonna get, girl, because I ain't got no makeup on. Girl, I'm so tired. Anyway. So she's, she ain't feeling the news. She's not feeling it. She's not ready to meet her sister. She's not ready to proceed. And, they cannot continue to listen to the rest of the tapes, or the last tape, I think, without the third child being present, right? So now the attorney is like, okay, well, we just gonna have to give her some time to process everything, because she didn't know that she was adopted, and it's just a mess. And so he heads, I just noticed that I say yeah and so and all that a lot. I'm gonna get better, bear with me. Okay, so Benny gets in touch with Steve and tells him, okay, about that sale that you was talking about, girl, I'm gonna go ahead and agree to it. Let's go ahead and sell the piece, okay? I know I said it was private and it was sentimental, but I'm gonna go ahead and sell the piece. And so he was like, oh, great, I'm so happy. I'm glad that, you changed your mind. This is a good move for us. I'm gonna go get some champagne and we gonna celebrate, right? So she's like, yeah, girl, okay, right? We get back to London. Mable, again, still shell-shocked that what just happened. I just found out I'm adopted. So she walks through the house, and she gets to examining her hair, and she's looking at herself like, all these things. And in the meantime, mom and dad, the adopted mom and dad, is in the other room watching TV, just oblivious to what's going on. And she gets in her feelings, and she's like, you know what, I need some fresh air. So she leaves out the door. So now we're back, and we're with Byron and Lynette. Byron and Lynette are in the living room having a conversation. They're trying to make amends. I'm sorry that I said ABC. I just was under a lot of pressure, and it's just a lot happening right now, but I shouldn't have snapped on you like that, right? Miss Lynette had already offered her apology first. She was like, girl, my bad, okay? I sidestepped. That wasn't really what I was into. I totally crossed the line talking about mom, you know, my bad, okay? Plus, I'm a little touchy right now, okay? Some things is going on with me, all right? In the meantime, in between time, they discussing everything that's been going on the recordings, and he's sharing with her all of the things like that. He gets a phone call from his new boss, right? And he's like, yeah, girl, I know you on bereavement leave, but I was wondering if you wanted to help us out and do a panel tomorrow. I know it's last minute, but you know, we ain't had nobody else, and you know, you the best one to do it, to bring more attention to the diverse program of all things, right? So Lynette is clocking it, okay? She is like, girl, I know you did not take their phone call after they done played you to the left, and now you mean to tell me that you're on leave and you gonna stretch your neck out for them again? Girl, I just can't respect it, okay? Like, I thought you had a little bit of backbone, but clearly you don't, okay? So she's like, you know what, girl, give me 50 feet. Let me just, this is too much. I just, because I don't want to keep talking to you and I don't respect you. You know what I'm saying? So she went on ahead and headed out the door. And he was like, dang, like, that's all it took. But yeah, that is all it takes, girl. Because we don't, you know, don't nobody want to be with no, you know, weak person. Not just a man, just a person. If you fold at every chance, it does take away the respect people do have for you over time. You know what I mean? So, I guess. Okay, so girl, Mable comes home again. And you ever known something and you mad and you come up and you know what you know, but you just want to throw out some clues that you know to the unsuspecting person who is hiding the secret. And so you try to, you know, give them a chance to like tell the truth, but they still lying. She's like, okay, girl, so what was the experience like when I was born? And mom was like, oh, you were so precious. Girl, it was just very vague, very generic answer or response. And Mable already knew, obviously, that she's adopted. And she was like, girl, listen, why didn't you tell me I was adopted? And now it's the wrong time. Now can we talk about this later? Now can we do this a different... Girl, no. Girl, I am 85 years old. What you mean? Can we do this another time? When I'm gone? Or when y'all are gone? Girl, my father's adopted. And he has always known he was adopted. And I've never felt more close to my grandparents than anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just don't understand the sentiments of adoptive parents not telling their child who they adopted that they're adopted. And regardless if you tell them or not, when they do find out, it always feels like a betrayal. You know what I'm saying? When you let it go so long, you know? So, anyway. Oh, and then, girl, they tried to pull a reverse Uno card and try to bring up Gio's dad, and Mabel was like, pause, flag on the flag. Girl, wait, you are not finna try to tell me how to raise my child and try to bring up my child's father, my deceased partner, husband, whatever. You know, y'all are wrong. Y'all are dead wrong, okay? We are not about to throw me off the scent of what y'all got going on, okay? So, Benny shows up to Steve's house, and Benny is like, okay, girl, I got about 15 minutes. So she goes ahead and she goes and grabs the nearest long bat looking, it wasn't a bat, but you know, some type of figure that was solid enough to break up some shit. And she destroys the sculpture that they had collaborated and made together that they were getting ready to sell. Then in the middle of her feeling all good about herself for destroying the things, he pulls up. And so she starts to panic and she gets on the phone like, bro, hey, about that guy that you thought I broke up with, well, I'm at his house and I'm just saying, if anything happens to me, just know where I'm at, right? The brother is like, hold up, wait, you just said the last time that he was whooping up on you. And so, girl, what is you doing over there? He gets out of the house and rushes over there. And so Steve pulls up, he comes in, she's at the door, which, okay, I'm going to say how they interacted, but I'm going to tell you this. It was so odd to me that this man just was whooping up on you in previous times, and then today y'all are not together, but that doesn't mean that you were in any less danger. So it just felt a little off. She's like, girl, I ain't fooling with you. It's over with. Cut it out. I destroyed the evidence of the sculpture, so it ain't no sale, girl. Okay? You tried it. You done made me isolated from my family. It's all your fault. I ain't fooling with you no more. It's done. Okay? Nuck if you buck. But I was like, girl, what if he hit you? Like, I would be afraid to, like, if somebody's that volatile, I would be afraid to, like, buck at somebody. That's just me. I ain't saying she, but if he did what he did to her on the other girl, I ain't taking no chances. So anyway, so she gets out the house and he's like giving another energy too, which is awful. Not awful. It's off-putting to me. Because he's like, oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have did what I did. I didn't know what I was doing. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So he surprised me with this response, because is he trying to get her back, or is this the reason why he's being so nice and letting her kind of go off on him like this? Or is he being nice because she lost her father in the other scene, you know, and he still didn't mind putting hands and feet on her. And now this time he's giving like, I know I'm bad. I know I don't know. So that was a little off-putting, but Byron pulls up and Byron is like, you know, what's up? And Steve in Steve fashion, girl, just like he did to Miss Joni, he gets to doing too much of this and starts to antagonize him, the brother, you know. And he's like, well, you know, if you was there for her the last time, I mean, and boop, boop, boop. That's all she wrote. And so we ended on that. And yeah, girl, like, so this episode, it felt like a filler episode. And I'm just like I said, it was good, but just a little off-putting at times, you know what I'm saying? Tell me how you felt about the episode. I still enjoyed the show, no matter what, but I do notice certain things, and I'm wondering, because it's been about a year, so I'm like, did I feel this way the last year? Or am I discovering how I really feel about it with a new set of lenses? You know what I mean? So tell me how you feel about the episode. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else, honey. And I will see you for episode 6. Ooh, we are getting through it, girl. We are getting through it, honey. Thank you guys for riding with me, honey. All 3 of y'all, okay? I don't care if it's one person or 1 million people. I enjoyed this, and I'm going to keep going. And I will see you soon. Bye.